Good evening, students and parents, and welcome to Southside High School and the new school year. As you are all aware, this year is starting very differently than any year in the past, but be assured we are committed here to giving your student the very best education they can receive. My faculty and staff are excited and have been working in the last few weeks to prepare rigorous and challenging learning opportunities for all of our students that will continue to move Southside High School forward toward our goal of being the best high school in the state of North Carolina. Before we begin tonight, there are a few things I want to go over that are extremely important to the success of your students. First, I want to make it very clear that school year this year will look very different than what school looked like last spring. Last spring, we were thrust into a situation that none of us was prepared for, and the last thing we wanted to see happen was to have any child suffer academically, which is why last year students were held harmless for their grades after March 13th. If they did work while we were on remote instruction, then it could only improve their grades. If they did not participate, they were held harmless and their grades could not go down. This year that is not the case. Even though we will be in a remote learning environment for at least the first 4 weeks of school, students will be accountable for their attendance and academic performance just as in any other normal school year. If students do not complete their assigned work, they will be at risk of failing. If they do not log in and attend class each day for each period, they can be at risk of failure due to the attendance policy. Please know that we do not want to see any child fail and are willing to help and assist all of our students in any way that we can. This brings me to the next important thing that I need to go over. Two-way communication is going to be of the utmost importance this school year. One of the expectations that has been placed on teachers this year is to establish regular communication with each of their students. Please help us with this by making sure we have current and correct phone numbers, addresses, and email addresses. I realize that in this time phone numbers often change. If this happens, please make sure the office staff are made aware of your new phone number and your students' teachers are made aware. If your student starts to struggle, we will need to be able to communicate with you to work out a solution to whatever problem it is that they're having. Parents, guardians, and grandparents, you are going to have to be an even more vital part of the team that we need to have working to ensure the success of your students. You will be given tonight information on how to log in and check in PowerSchool the attendance and academic progress of your student. Be nosy and insist that they show you their work in each of their classes and monitor PowerSchool regularly. I cannot stress enough how important it will be for you to be an active supervisor of the schoolwork your student is doing. With parents and teachers working together in concert with each other to oversee the performance of the students in the remote environment, we will greatly increase our chances of success. Also this year, teachers will be actively teaching throughout the day, just as if the students were sitting in the class in front of them. They will be required to be online with their students during the normal class time for each period of the day. For example, our normal bell schedule is provided for you in the packet of information. You will see that first period starts at 8:20 a.m. If your student has a first period class, they will be expected to be logged in and present in the class on the computer every morning at 8:20 a.m. This will require them to start getting logged in around 8:15 a.m. Second period begins each day at 10:27 a.m. and all students should be logged into their second period class on their computer at that time. The school day will run as any other traditional school day, except the students will be attending via computer from home. Our normal fourth period class ends at 3:30, which is the time students will be finished and no longer required to be on the computer. Therefore, should students have questions, they can get immediate feedback on whatever question they might have. Teachers will also be required to maintain 2 hours per day of office hours to be available for student or parent questions, conversations, or any of the situations that need to be taken care of. Teachers, however, will not be asked to be available after business hours. It is vital that teachers are treated as professionals and afforded the time for their personal lives and families also. Last spring, teachers were teaching all day and then working late hours into the night, responding to questions and things that we cannot ask them to do again. If you or your student have a question after hours, please feel free to send them an email, and they are instructed to provide a response to you within 24 hours of your email. If you do not receive a response, then please feel free to contact me or my assistant principal, Ms. Forsyth, and we will assist you in getting the answers that you need. I am now going to turn it over to our homeroom teachers to go through the checklist of items that they need to share with each of you. Please take time to review the information provided to you in the open house packet. And don't forget to complete the parent-guardian contact information sheet prior to leaving. We would also like for you to stop by the administration table prior to leaving to complete a short survey to assist us in moving forward this year. Thank you again for your time and effort to partner with us to ensure our students receive the best education possible. Do not hesitate to contact me here at the school should you need anything. Thank you and have a great evening.